Hey everybody, my name is Mike, and this is Worship a Tribute Nerd.
This is Lee.
Hey guys, this is Jabe.
And I'm Richard.
And
We got
in the background.
Nathan in the
Nate
back.
in the back.
So,
Nathan, not Nate.
all right, we're just gonna do some final thoughts on our toxic fandom video and our X-Men video, which are one and the same.
Well, it's essentially, yeah. It's all
I know.
toxic.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But I'm the toxic one when it comes to the X-Men because I love them so much and they can't fucking get it right.
That is true. That is true.
So,
They can't get it right.
Rabbit, you want to finish your thoughts about some of the toxic fandom?
You had some issues about books to movies. That's the main,
Books to movies?
which I feel like is the worst toxic fandom.
It's pretty bad, yeah.
Like what, the people that compare?
Comparing
Yeah, 'cause
the books to movies, people who love the books and hate
Yeah.
the movies.
Right.
Like, how do you
Specifically, I think.
you can't compare. I mean, you
you
can,
can, but like most, so people will buy the rights to a book, right? And they're like, we want to make this a show or a movie.
Right.
That doesn't necessarily mean
That
they're
means
going
they're
to
always gonna
recreate
change
the
it.
book
Right.
100%.
What movie has been 100% reproduction of the book?
Oh shit.
Ooh.
I think Lord of the Rings tried.
Leave it in the comments.
They got
Sure,
close.
I
They
think
got
Lord of the
close.
Rings tried. No, I honestly do. I think they tried
get
to
close.
recreate the books.
They
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Harry Potter did their
pretty
own
close.
thing.
Right.
Sure.
They got
But with
close.
Yeah.
Very
but
true.
with J.K. Rowling's like
yeah, her blessing.
blessing,
Yeah.
and I think they did a great
Blessing.
job.
They did.
She blessed.
Yeah,
Well,
she
I
blessed it.
listened
He's
to the
gay.
audiobooks and listen to the audiobooks, which I know is not the same thing as reading the books, but I listen to the audiobooks at the same time of watching the movies. Like I watch them consistently. Like,
Yeah.
I watched and listened to them at the same time. Yeah, don't fucking shake your head at me.
I bet that was a good time
Right.
though.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I used
It was
to drive to work alone and I would just listen to audiobooks and I'd be like,
It's the best.
this makes work fun.
I'm on Ender's Game right now.
So good.
Yeah. Mm.
I sent that shit to you last
Not
night.
as good as the movie,
I
though.
already read the book.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Not as good as the movie.
Second book is.
The book is not as good.
I
as
didn't know
the-
that there was like a 6-book fucking.
Yeah.
So what is does the book end the same way the movie does, or
I don't know. Nathan,
It does.
Is Harrison Ford in the book?
Nathan, you have to scream.
I'm out. I'm out.
Hey, okay, let's just
So-
give Jabe's
I
mic
just-
to Nathan for a minute.
Well, I
because
just feel
he's
like there's a-
useless.
I'm asking questions about the content.
Well,
Being relevant.
they spoiler alert.
For real, though,
So
give
they
him a-
trick
give him a mic
him.
for a second.
So they trick him into destroying this alien race and saying it was a simulation, right? Just give him your spot
That's
right
the
now.
movie.
The
yeah.
camera.
That's the movie plot.
Fuck you guys.
I believe it's been a while, but yes, I believe that it ended the same way.
Right. Okay.
But it did. It stuck. It stuck true. Like for the first couple chapters, it was almost word for word.
Cool. Is that all you have to say about it?
Fantastic.
Yeah, all right, let's go back. That was a mistake.
Man, thanks for chiming in.
Yeah. It's like, this guy has everything to say about everything, and then you give him a mic. You give him a mic.
Take a call from Nate.
He's like, hello.
Yeah, in these pauses, he wouldn't shut up. And now,
It is the same as the movie. Okay.
just Garth.
Well, thank you though.
Thanks, Nathan. Thanks, man.
I want you to take me, Garth. Where? I'm low on gas and you don't have a jacket.
All right, back to
Okay.
Rabbit.
Okay.
Back
Right.
to Rabbit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't even remember what I was
from
saying.
books to
honestly,
movies,
I don't
from
even
books to
remember
But
what I was saying.
okay, so
Like-
involving the toxicity in that, I can understand where there's a fine line on that too. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because like me and Rabbit have actually had these conversations comparing books to movies, and I'll be like, "Man, the book was so good," and he's like, "Well, it's
It's
different."
almost always the case.
Right.
When has
It
a has a movie
seriously
been
is.
better than a book?
But there's times, like for instance, The Shining. They're like those. It's really not like the book a lot.
Not at
a
all.
lot of it.
But
is
But the
different.
movie is
Movie.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
Right.
amazing.
And I think the
I love
movie's
the movie.
cool, but there's certain elements in the book that it was just like that was the cherry on the top of
Wasn't
the
there
cake,
a lot
and
more of
you
them,
just left it
what do they
out.
call it when they were
What about Shawshank Redemption?
I've never read the book. So
The
I
Shining.
haven't either, but everybody says, I mean, that movie's like #1 on IMDb.
right. So I never read the
So
book. but-
maybe That's the one and only.
We should read more.
But I think that.
I'll just watch the movie when it comes out.
But with the Shining, it's like they left out the one thing I thought that they should have threw in there is like, okay, so in the book there's a part where she, his wife is like noticing him going crazy, and then she confronts him about it. Like there's all the elevators are like going up and down, like there's a lot of people there, but there's no one supposed to be there, and he's kind of like cool with it, and she's like, hey, what's happening? And he's like, nothing's happening. And then they go out in the hallway, and the elevator doors are like opening and closing and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he like gets stuck in the hallway being, drilled by his wife, like, what's happening here? And then the elevator opens and he looks in there, and she comes over and she looks in there, and there's like all of these like streamers and like confetti all over. Like there's a huge party happening, knowing the hotel is empty. So her confronting him and saying, this place is haunted, obviously.
Because she sees stuff.
Yeah,
as well.
she sees stuff.
Oh, okay.
And so when that's not in the movie, I was like, that is a huge part that would just stir up the drama between
It's
the
true.
characters.
It would,
you know what I
It
mean?
would solidify. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Make him seem more crazy.
Right.
Well, no, it
And
wouldn't
her
make
more
him seem
rational.
more crazy. It wouldn't
But
make
the
him
movie-
seem more crazy. It would make
but
him seem more rational.
He's
within
not
the within the
seeing
confines
that,
of the
though.
movie, if we're going to talk about The Shining,
Right.
within the confines of the movie, it's less about the hotel being haunted and more about
In the mind.
Jack. It's more of
Exactly.
a mind fuck.
Exactly.
Like Jack
Exactly.
Nicholson is going crazy.
Mhm.
Well, and that's why
That's
they,
what is actually.
Right.
that's why they
happening in the
wouldn't have
movie.
shown that scene.
Right.
Because
It's not-
if she
it's
sees
not
the
about
same
the
ghost,
hotel
it's
being-
like in his head.
But-
He's going.
If
This
she
not
is
sees
about
the
the
same
same
things that
thing.
he does,
But
then
still, like, to me, the confrontation
If she sees it,
of
though,
her
is she going
going,
crazy?
hey,
right.
like, you're losing your shit, and now
And
now
then
stuff's
there's
happening,
all this stuff
and him
in the
denying
elevator.
it. Like, no,
Right.
no. That's like him denying even himself.
Mhm.
Right.
that-
so how
that
do you
all this
explain
weird
that if
shit's
it's
going
just
on?
him going
Yeah.
crazy and there's all this
Right,
stuff
but
in
Right.
the elevator?
she never even
There's something
recognized
else
the fact.
going on.
She never even recognized the fact that like there was telepathy going on between her child and the other guy. Like,
Yeah.
she never even recognized that.
Right.
So I feel like the movie that makes
Oh, it
sense with the movie.
should.
Why they wouldn't show her like seeing the ghosts in any way, shape, or form, because all she saw
But, like-
was him going crazy.
Right, but
Yeah, it
from
wasn't a paranormal type movie. It was more of a
It was
psychological type
Right.
movie.
Exactly.
Right.
But still, from a character standpoint, they were just like hanging out, and then he starts acting weird, and then all of a sudden he shows up with an axe. You know what I mean? Like, it's a
Not
bigger
really.
jump.
There's a lot more instances of him.
Okay, yeah. I
him,
feel like you're
chasing
skipping
her
over
up the
a
I mean,
lot.
maybe I
They
am,
fall
maybe
back,
I am,
like,
but at one point,
it's-
like,
Like,
it's seriously,
There's some fucked up shit
There's
that
a
happens
lot
to
more
him,
to that movie,
especially in the movie. Like,
yeah.
that's
But
that's
still,
book?
but still, she's not involved in a lot of it.
that's
She just
that's the point.
right.
The bathroom.
Okay, well,
scene,
anyways,
But that-
I don't-
Okay, Mike's wrong
Give me
about this one.
nightmares.
Let's
I
just
don't
move on.
agree. I don't agree.
Okay.
Toxic
Yeah, okay.
fandom.
Sweet.
God.
Toxic
but that's
fandom.
exactly my point. That the books and the movies can be different.
Right.
Sure.
Exactly.
Like the movie
Almost
is
always.
based on a book. It doesn't mean it is the book
Right.
portrayed on film. It's based on a book, and that's what a
Mhm.
lot of people don't really understand.
Right.
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 It's like, especially with Stanley Kubrick and Stephen King. Like, think about those two men.
Yeah.
Who
Totally.
are very headstrong
Yeah.
and like know their own vision.
Vision.
Mhm.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Like Stephen King has. I don't think
It's
he's like
inspired
any.
by a book.
I don't think he's like any adaptation of any of his books ever. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think he's like any of the adaptations of
I-
any of his books.
I might
Well,
have
he
read.
did-
But Stanley Kubrick is one of the greatest directors that has ever lived.
Absolutely.
Right.
And The Shining is like one of the best movies that's ever been made.
Absolutely.
So it's like- You get two fucking headstrong people. Yeah,
Right.
they're
Why
not
can't
going
you
to
appreciate
agree on
the different
everything.
forms of the art?
Appreciate both
Yeah.
for what they are.
Right on.
One is a book, one is a movie.
Yeah.
Appreciate them both.
Different
for what
forms
they
of
are.
medium. You know, you have
I mean, I would have
thousands
just,
of pages.
I would have just
on a
thrown
book.
that in there.
You
You know.
only got 2.5 hours in a
It
movie.
doesn't make sense within the confines of the movie, though.
I
It does in the
mean,
book, but
right.
not in the movie.
It doesn't.
Visual.
That's
You
what
can
I'm
see
saying.
things visually.
I
in
mean,
a
agree to
movie you
disagree,
can't
you
see
know.
with
It
a
is.
book.
Shut the
All
fuck
right,
up.
I'll-
You-
I
this
will-
is your podcast.
I
Mike.
will agree
You
to
wanted to do
disagree.
the talk. This is your topic. You. This
But
is
that's-
what-
that
see,
is-
I thought I was
but
the bad
I still
guy
think
earlier.
there's. We're just talking
Same
about the fine
motherfucker right
line.
here.
That's one of
we're,
those
we're
things.
both dancing on the fine line. Where I'm on the other side of it.
Oh no. We already established the fine line earlier. It's the death threats.
Oh, right.
and
So
the-
we're all good.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
True. I guess.
And-
But I did
You can
look up Stanley
disagree.
Kubrick's email
Yeah.
as we were talking.
Right. I heard Brian Singer is writing
Oh
a
my
book about
God,
his
here we
movies,
go.
dude.
I
Yeah.
actually
Gonna be
just
sick.
texted you a death threat, like as we were having
made
this discussion,
I made it now. I'm getting death threats.
because
I'm
I
somebody.
can't disagree with somebody and like still like them as a friend. It's not possible. Not in this society, at least.
Oh.
You just
Unless
check
you're
your
on the internet.
privilege.
I
dude.
have to send you a death
Unless
threat.
you're
I
on
think
the
it's
internet.
like I'm legally
But you can't
obligated
text
to
him a
do
death
that.
threat. You got to send it over like Twitter.
You gotta
or
comment on his
Facebook.
status.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
But you can't say it to me though.
'Cause it
It
doesn't
has
mean
to be-
anything.
I Instagram messaged you a death threat.
Doesn't
with
mean
a
anything
meme.
Unless
Yeah.
it's
It
on
was a
social
meme.
media.
With a meme.
it would be like
dude, wow.
4 days later. Oh, it looks like Rabbit sent me something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why did he send
Sorry,
it to me
bro.
on Instagram Message?
I am. Yeah.
And then I'm like,
the
Rabbit,
society
did you
we
send me
live in
this? Oh no, I'm cool now.
No, it was
It's
a
different
bot.
now.
That was a bot.
I've cooled off.
now. That was like 2 hours ago, dude.
yeah,
Like,
dude. Come on, man.
Oh, this is fun.
And hashtag me too. You know.
What?
All right, no, Jay just needs to leave.
He's just finding a way
He's
to make it
gotta
offensive.
leave, Yeah. You're not Ross, all right? Let's just, be civil.
Civil War? Nah, I don't know. So, in closing, what do we have to
Jesus
say, guys?
Christ, thank you, Mike.
So, I think we figured out that no one.
Brian Singer's your joke, Jabe. Just stick to that.
Just stick to the
Thanks
Brian
for bringing
Singer.
it up again. Jesus, you already killed it.
you can make fun of Brian Singer all you
no
want.
matter
That's
what,
fine.
every podcast is going to be Brian
Yeah.
Singer's. Brian.
He's not even a good singer.
Oh my god.
Please, Mike, fit it. End
We're gonna
this.
have to look.
End this.
We're gonna have to have a new spot for a couple weeks. We just need some different.
Oh,
we need some
dude.
different jokes thrown in
Come on, I'm
there.
giving you content.
He wasn't even supposed to be here tonight.
Oh.
That was a Clerks reference, by the way.
Oh, really? Was it?
Oh, I just had to make sure Jabe knew that.
Jabe probably
also, I
didn't
don't
know.
want you here.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna key your shitty car later. You won't even know.
Oh, no.
Yeah, see? You
It's
don't
funny
even
though
know.
that Jabe is the guy though. Like Jabe is up to date on a lot of
Dad
things,
joke.
but every once in a while he'll be like, "I don't know about this." Like 5 months ago, I was like, "Dude, if Slipknot ever comes back through town, I'm getting tickets." And he was like, "Michael, show me Slipknot songs. Show me the best ones."
I did. Like ever? I did. That was like one of the few
Wait,
bands that
what?
I didn't know. I was
Yeah.
raised like super conservative, so I didn't ever listen to Slipknot.
But you
Like
listen to,
I
the
started listening to
Cherry and
metal
shit.
after Slipknot was big,
Right.
and so then
Damn,
I was
that's
just like,
crazy. I didn't.
I was like old new metal. I just like had, I didn't know,
Right.
so I was
Sure.
like ignorant of it, and so then Mike was like, "You ever jam Slipknot?" I was
Man,
like,
that's
I
bonkers.
don't know.
I didn't
I
know
was
that.
like, "Why don't you show me Slipknot?
He was like, "Show me."
Show me this Slipknot.
Not.
Show me these masked men that play rock and roll."
Yeah, new Slipknot was pretty good though. It was pretty dope.
Did you go through the whole like rigmarole about like how they were
Yeah, I
amazing
played
and
like the first record, and then I showed him the highlights
very
of
first
Iowa.
record?
Yeah.
No,
it was-
like the
You
first
don't
big
know the
release.
very fir- okay.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's
Yeah,
like
self-titled.
very first.
Self-titled.
yeah.
Like.
Well, Wait and Bleed is on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I showed him.
But
that
you
one.
didn't show previous.
No.
Okay, yeah, you shouldn't show previous.
Right. Before
Should
Corey
start out-
Taylor, it
Should
was.
start out with a good.
Yeah, start with Corey
That
Taylor.
was their first.
That was their
record,
first
though,
full length.
Yeah.
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 that's all.
But yeah,
All right.
we're gonna have to jam it more
Fair enough.
since we're
Hell yeah,
going to the
brother.
show, right?
Cool.
Worship and tribute nerd. Here we go, boys.
God, he sucks.
Just giving him sound bites, dude. He can edit this.
You know we're gonna edit that shit about the Me
That was a
Too
pretty
out
good
for
soundbite,
sure.
though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was very good. Yeah, it was
Not
very
gonna
good.
lie.
Are you gonna shit on it and then fucking say it's good?
Yeah,
Fuck
'cause
you,
it's
dude.
funny.
We need spot 3 replaced. Okay. Fuck you.
I got the best mic though. What are you doing?
Oh, see. Oh.
Actually, I'm spot 1.
I don't know. That's like just a,
I'm so sorry
it's
again.
like a USB mic, right? I'm just kidding. I don't know.
These are Apple
It'll
headphones, right?
just give it a couple months. It'll be broken.
You don't even have headphones, Jabe.
I don't need them, dude.
All right. Well, let's go.
I think we're
let's,
good.
let's do a big sign off or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess we'll go. Hey, if you liked our discussion video, give us some likes, subscribe, leave some comments. Tell us if you hate those fucking X-Men movies too, or, tell us if you're a toxic fan, because sometimes you just gotta be toxic. That's what Brittany taught me.
If you haven't listened to this conversation we're all toxic fandoms in some
Yeah.
way.
Or a system
Yeah.
of a down.
Yeah, we
So
could all
the
be toxic in
toxicity-
some way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's just
In
be
our
shallow.
city.
Some of us are the shallow end of the toxic.
Remember the
pool.
line. No death threats.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
the other one?
No threatening families.
Well, that's a death threat.
Yeah.
It's general.
Oh,
What was
okay.
the other one? I said it earlier. Forgot it.
No
No death threats. No.
Wow.
burning
No, nobody can
people's
remember.
homes. I don't know.
Nobody-
What was
definitely
another?
shouldn't
No.
do that.
Oh, petitions.
No
petitions.
petitions.
yes.
No petitions.
No White
death
House
threats.
petitions for remakes.
That shit
Oh
that
my
doesn't
God.
matter. Yeah. All right.
And while we're at it, making these petitions, I want the end of Sixth Sense changed. Okay, I want it. I don't like that he's dead.
No, I didn't like that at
That
all.
makes me scared at the beginning of the movie instead of the
It
end.
changes the whole thing. I didn't know what to think.
Yeah.
I don't know what to believe.
All right. See you later, nerds.
This is,
Yeah.
See you later, nerds. This is Lee. See you later, nerds.
This is Mike.
See you later.
See you later, nerds.
I don't know what. You go first.
Oh, this is Mike. See you later, nerds.
This is Lee. See you later, nerds.
Fuck you, nerds.
God
Just
damn,
kidding. I
Jay.
love y'all.
Adios, nerds.
And who
All right, we're done.
Richard.
All right, we're done. All right, we're good. All right, that's it. All right.
Thank you.